Connecting those in need with those who can help has been our mission since the beginning. Now, more than 30 years later, our impact has never been greater, and we've never been prouder to be serving South Florida. Welcome to the Neighbors for Neighbors 2023 Summer Special. I am your host, Cynthia Demas, coming to you from Hawks Cay Resort in the Florida Keys. We are at Duck Key, to be exact. If you look at the island from a drone, it is actually shaped like a duck. And this resort spans 60 acres. It has every kind of water sport you could think of, and the ultimate resort experience for couples and families, anyone who wants to partake in the Keys life. Hawks Cay features a full-service marina, saltwater lagoon, fishing, diving, and so much more. This is Coral Cay, home of Hawks Cay Resort's Pirate Ship Pool. Here, parents can chill out, relax, while kids run around and have a great time, and everyone can meet a real live mermaid. This year, we partnered with Children's Services Council of Broward, Connect Familias, Community Care Plan, and UKG to make sure kids went back to school in Miami-Dade and Broward with everything they needed.
It's in our name, community, right? So we really work hard to give back, and we love coming to these events for this back to school extravaganza. We love partnering with the other local businesses, and that's what we do every day, and we're happy to be here and doing this, at this event.
This back to school extravaganza is just one of our many events that we love to put on because it gives back to the community and we see immediate impact. These resources let them feel that comfort and that trust from community partners who love them and are here for them.
We have our army of volunteers, usually over 100 volunteers, converging on the event just to make sure that the families who are in need get backpacks, they get books, they get shoes, and it does take quite a bit of partnership with the Children's Services Council, the Y, the Crockett Foundation.
We are at the Title I Migrant Education Camps, and we have about 400 children coming through today, and they will be getting backpacks and school supplies, uniforms, socks, and a lot of goodies and toys to make sure that they feel valued and ready to go to school.
Well, I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. We have EdFed, FarmShare, All Here, Kids for Kids, Curriculum Associates, Neighbors for Neighbors, Community Police Relations, and many more. Thank you for making this event special for our families.
Teamwork makes the dream work!
It's kind of like a back-to-school fiesta here at Silver Bluff Elementary. It's lots of fun, but it also is really important.
A lot of parents are struggling, and all we want is for these kids to have everything that they need to start their learning journey next year. Be excited, be ready, because the future is theirs, and we're just here to make sure that we do our little part.
I've personally been doing this for 5 years. I did it first as a councilwoman. Now this year is my first year as mayor. I went to our school board member who took over that seat I was in and said, let's do this together. And it's the biggest one we've had. Everything is 100% donated, and we provide 1,800 book bags to our community, fully stocked with the supplies that are needed for these kids depending on their age group. It's a huge team effort. I do this with District 5 School Board member Danny Espino, and you see the community come out and really, really enjoy it.
School should be the hub of the community, the heart and soul of it. Our kids come here, it's our future, and the idea is to make sure that we break down the boundaries of involvement throughout the community. And what we've done now is collaborated both the city and District 5 along with our state representative, Borrero, and you can see all the community partners that we have to really bring out as many resources as possibly can.
So community is one of our pillars. It's not just a word in our name, it's really part of who we are. We have been a sponsor of Neighbors for Neighbors Back to School campaign, which sponsors this event. And we're happy to support both Neighbors for Neighbors and the City of Doral and their community.
Generous donations from viewers like you help assist our kids and get them back to school with everything they need. Last year, we were able to assist 17,000 kids. Just $35 helps them get the supplies they need, their backpacks, their pencils, their shoes, and even their uniforms. Once again, Neighbors for Neighbors and our partners are working to provide back-to-school supplies to students across South Florida. From county-required backpacks to shoes, books, and more, your $35 donation supplies a student with everything they need to succeed. Visit neighborsforneighbors.org/back-to-school to donate now. This year for Neighbors mental wellness program, we focused on social media. We know it takes a toll on all our mental well-being. So we decided to focus on cyber safety and anti-cyberbullying.
This is our first Cyber Summit, and I always want to thank our Acronis team and of course the Florida Panthers team for giving us the opportunity to come in here and present. So, who are we for those of you that don't know? LAN Infotech is founded in 2009. I'm the CEO and president. We do IT everything. Cybercrime is a huge business. $16 trillion by next year. Human error causes more than 90% of the breaches. You have to have some protection in the background. If anybody ever went to downtown Fort Lauderdale and used the Park Mobile app, your data is on the dark web because Park Mobile got hacked a few years ago. We are the official CyberFit partner of the Florida Panthers Hockey Club. I have been a Florida Panthers hockey fan since 1996. We'll bring groups of 25 down to go see the locker room. I was down there today. I know our Acronis team was down there today. It's kind of cool if you're a hockey fan. If you're not a hockey fan, listen, it's still cool to be able to go out and see the back end of this.
One thing that we share is that there are about 5 billion people who use the internet every day, which means that there are 5 billion digital citizens. It's important to make sure that these resources that are related to internet safety are accessible throughout our community, and that is really our objective. Bullying no longer ends when the school bell rings. We really want to be able to not only raise awareness of these issues, but also talk about ways in which we can teach self-advocacy as well as advocacy for the community.
You have to be aware of what you're doing online, aware of the sites that you're going, aware of your security.
Keeping client information secure is the most important because dealing with people's affairs, their assets, that becomes very important, even in recommendations.
I have a child myself and he goes through YouTube and punches everything and he doesn't even know what or where he's at. And I think just the protection of just moving everything over and protecting him and putting more locks on the account and to make sure that he doesn't obviously give my information out by accident, click a link and, jeopardize our family.
Together with Bringing the Globe and LAN Infotech, we can help keep you safe and protect your mental health online. The Neighbors for Neighbors Summer Special will return after this. Here at Hawks Cay Resort Marina, they offer the world's best fishing, diving, and snorkeling. Rent paddleboards or kayaks, embark on a sunset cruise, or attend a lobstering or spearfishing course or excursion. Earlier this year, a great party, Neighbors for Neighbors, celebrated its 30th anniversary at Carousel Club Gulfstream Park, and we were able to honor some of those people who have done so much work for Neighbors and made a difference in our community. A huge thanks to all the sponsors that made this event possible and who continue to support Neighbors for Neighbors in the years to come. Neighbors for Neighbors was happy to celebrate the success of the Phoenix Life Project's work at their annual gala. The Phoenix Life Project provides free trauma support to first responders and the victims of tragic events. Established after the building collapse in Surfside, their crucial work is taking mental health support to the front lines.
My name is Neil Handler. I'm the founder of the Phoenix Life Project. I heard once that experience is not what happens to a person, rather than what you do with what happens to you that shapes and defines your experience. The Phoenix Life Foundation that Jonah and I started in memory of his mother Stacy and the other 97 people who we lost that night. Our mission is to bring life-saving mental and emotional well-being to those affected by life-altering events through state-of-the-art technology and treatments in the mental health space. We're here to be heroes to the heroes. We're here to rescue the rescuers.
Thank you so much.
Connect Familias helps families in Miami-Dade thrive through their innovative programs. This past year, they hosted a community baby shower for new and expecting moms. Each mom was gifted a bag packed with diapers and other necessities, in addition to resources and education that'll help them continue successfully into parenthood.
This could not happen without the support of Simply and our partners like in Neighbors for Neighbors, who all come together and make the new lives of our newest members of our communities have the best opportunity to thrive and succeed. And in these tough economic times where folks are struggling and babies are costly, we try to do the best that we can.
So I have a 2-year-old, I have a 1-year-old, and I have an 11-day-old baby. So, you know, diapers are very expensive, wipes are very expensive. I wish more agencies did this. Simply Connect 4. You guys do research, ask around. There's a lot of things that are out there that we don't know about. I am super grateful for all of this. Thank you so much.
Neighbors for Neighbors is stepping up to the plate for a special night as the Miami Marlins host the New York Mets on September 19th. Get your tickets now and join us for a full night of home runs at Lone Depot Park. Step up to bat early and we'll save you a seat for an exclusive pregame celebration at Biscayne & Brews. The Marlins aren't the only ones you'll see on the field. Catch me, Neighbors for Neighbors CEO, as I honor America with our national anthem. Click the link below and we'll see you at the ballpark on September 19th.
Hawks Cay has a whole slew of different restaurants and dining experiences. Right now we are at Angler and Ale. It is one of the best restaurants in the Florida Keys, and it happens to be right here at Hawks Cay. The Task Force for Ending Homelessness provides outreach and housing for those experiencing homelessness. We actually had a chance to ride along with them to see firsthand the impact they're making.
It means so much that we're able to help them get housed, get the services that they desperately need. One of our clients who has been homeless for a long time, she finally got her apartment, and to see her finally turn that key to her apartment, it was amazing. She was like, "Is this all mine, including the balcony?" I'm like, "Yes, it's all yours, including the balcony." And it's an amazing feeling.
It's really about getting people housed. We really have to work as a system to try and make the providers and the services varied enough so that they can help everybody. The kind of apartment that I would like to live in is different than the next person. We try to focus on what their needs are, what their wants are, so that we can get them into housing as easily and quickly as possible, and so they'll maintain that housing, because that's really the biggest thing for us.
Housing navigation is a very specific intervention that's focused on helping people navigate the journey directly from the streets into a safe place to live. What we try to do is look at it from a top to bottom perspective, taking into consideration a wide variety of whatever the human's needs may be that are in front of us, and then using those to craft a plan to help them access housing. Just this year alone, we've been able to move nearly 100 people off the streets directly into a permanent safe place to live.
Coming up next on the Neighbors for Neighbors Summer Special, we salute the Heroes Salute at Hawks Cay. Welcome back to the Neighbors for Neighbors Summer Special. We are here at Hawks Cay Resort at the ocean-fed lagoon where bottlenose dolphins live. They get to interact with some folks here as well. This is part of the Dolphin Connection program. Here, guests have the opportunity to view, interact, and learn about the dolphins. Hawks Cay is one of the only resorts in the United States to offer on-site dolphin viewings and interactive programs. Something else that makes Hawks Cay Resort so special is their Heroes Salute program. It's a way for them to honor first responders and our military veterans. We had a chance to speak with General Manager Bob Moore about how the program works.
Hero Salute has three elements to it. One is charity. Donations are made to Firehouse Subs Public Safety Foundation. Last year, they raised enough money to donate a Jaws of Life to Monroe County Fire Department. It's just a great charity throughout Florida and throughout this country. Secondly, it's a chance to recognize our heroes. We have the special salute on Labor Day weekend with the ceremony on Saturday night, and then on Sunday we have Craig Morgan, one of our Keys to Country, who is a military veteran, so we kind of combined it. And then three, we recognize the heroes from mid-August to December 25th. Heroes don't get enough recognition. It's a great way for them, if they can bring their family, or even if they just come with their spouse or significant other, to just get away they have a crazy life. They see things we never want to see, and it's a chance for them to relax and enjoy this beautiful setting. It's our way of saying thank you to all our military and first responders.
Earlier this year, Broward County suffered severe flooding, and the need for help actually continues today. A lot of homes and a lot of businesses still need help. That includes some of our nonprofit partners that help the community.
You know, we had about 6.5, almost 7 inches of rainwater throughout the entire building. The street in front flooded. We've removed all the baseboards. We've drilled holes for aeration. We've got fans. We've got dehumidifiers. We're doing everything we can under the circumstances. Refrigeration, freezer, everything shut down. All that food spoiled. So follow me this way. As you can see, our shelves are getting pretty barren. So we can always use any donations, any non-perishable donation.
The Pantry of Broward serves seniors and grandparents raising grandchildren in Broward. When the floodwaters rushed through their facility, it put a huge strain on the organization and their ability to provide services to their clients, potentially leaving many without food. Fortunately, our good friends at Global Empowerment Mission were there to help.
Thanks to Neighbors for Neighbors, we heard about the need right here in Broward and where we can make the most impact. So we were beyond thrilled to be able to make the long trek north up to Fort Lauderdale from our headquarters in Miami.
When you open up your door and you see the support that has come from the community for this situation for us, it has been overwhelming, but obviously in such a good way, such a good way. Organizations like Global Empowerment to help be right here in our own backyard to turn around and help us in times like this just continues to restore faith that we as a community can come together in anything.
Who are these two little guys?
Maya and her children were left trapped in the middle of the road when the floodwaters suddenly took over. A Good Samaritan was able to save them, but their car was consumed by water and the family narrowly escaped with their lives. What made things worse, as a delivery driver, this disaster also had a devastating impact on Maya's ability to work and support her 3 children. Our friend and wonderful nonprofit partner Neil Handler also has connections in the automotive world and offered his expertise to find Maya a new vehicle and an even better vehicle. With the funds raised by some great neighbors, led by a wonderful woman named Dory Lynn, Maya and her kids were able to get back on the road.
Yeah, their house is 2 feet off the ground. They started experiencing flooding on Tuesday, and by the time the storm was done, it was already up to the windows. And
how is that family doing right now?
They're still living in the house, and
Yeah.
they said we can go there.
Yeah.
Thousands of families were affected by this unprecedented flooding, and so many of them did not have flood insurance and never imagined they would need it. We've heard so many stories of those in need, but also great stories of those who are able to help. Like our friends at Jack and Jill Centers, who had many families who work for them who had feet of water consume their homes.
Our culture is that we ask, how can we help you at any time that something, any time we're helping, how can we help you? So people know that we're here to help support them. So if I go up and say, how did you do in the storm? And they say, Heather, oh my gosh, you're never gonna believe this is what happened to me. I go, oh my gosh, I need to help this person. This is our culture here.
I get a lot of input from parents and from students about how much I help them. But it was different for this case because now not only did the kids need help, we, the teachers, needed help as well. So that impacted us a lot more heavily than normal. We've been living in Florida for about 3 years now. So I was not expecting any of this.
So right now we're in Edgewood, and we're in one of the homes that were impacted by the floods on April 12th. You don't want mold all throughout your house. You don't want your AC off and that mold growing. So they have to rip out everything that the water touched. So Rebuilding Together is a nonprofit nationally, but here in Broward County, we've been around for 20 years. Our mission is repairing homes, revitalizing communities, and rebuilding lives.
My whole house was flooded. I mean, the whole entire house, from here to here. When I stepped out of my bed, water was right here on my leg. I went in the bathroom, it was just as flooded in here.
While the floodwaters may have long dried up, for many, the real work is just beginning. Owners without insurance battle mold and the high cost of repairs. Even those who are insured have to deal with long periods for repairs to be completed. This leaves many bouncing from hotel to hotel or renting campers and RVs to live in on their own property. This is what we refer to as long-term recovery. And we are teaming up with Rebuilding Together Broward to assist those who, without our intervention, would never be able to fix what's been lost. If you donate to our flood relief efforts today, you will be helping people like Maya and Kiki and so many others get their homes back to the safe and clean conditions they deserve. That does it for our Neighbors for Neighbors 2023 Summer Special. A huge thank you to our very longtime partners, CBS Miami and TV33, and a big salute and thank you to our partners at Berkowitz Pollock Brandt and LAN Infotech. Donations from viewers like you help make all of the great work we do possible. Just visit neighborsforneighbors.org to make your donation today. We hope you enjoyed your time right here at Hawks Cay Resort in the Keys just as much as we did. Until then, enjoy the sunset, everyone. We'll see you next time.